August 6th, 1920. When I was finally ready to make my move, she was reading in the parlor again. I introduced myself and she smiled. She was wearing that red lipstick again, as red as a rose and twice as beautiful. My heart began to race, but I was able to keep calm. We quickly discovered that we had a lot in common. We both loved art and literature, and that was about all we talked about, although there was something else. She had also told me that the real reason she was in Atlanta was that her father wanted her to find a husband before she ended up an old spinster. This, of course, made me happy beyond belief. I had a 1 in a million chance to spend the rest of my life with her, to grow old with her in my little house of red roses and white picket fences. But patience, gentleness, and perhaps a prayer or two would be required to win her heart and her hand.
The Farwell Steel Factory was on the outer edges of Atlanta, so I knew we would be here for most of the day. August 6th, 1928. It was a large brick building with windows on every side to let sunlight in, and the name painted on the outside in bold white letters. A few smokestacks poked out of the top, spewing smoke into the sky. The Farwell family certainly had money. I got out of the car and saw Andrew waiting on me by the front door.
Glad you made it. Welcome to Farwell Steel.
Glad to be here.
Come on in.
This is much bigger than I thought it would be.
Well, we are the largest steel factory in town.
So you have no competition?
I mean, there is West Steel Company. They're not as big since they're a little bit newer, but I hate to admit it, they are catching up to us.
Who owns West Steel Company?
Nobody knows a lot about the owner. He's very reclusive. He typically sends employees to do business with us.
Interesting. Let's get down to business, shall we?
Okay, let's get started. I'll call the floor manager and we can wait in my office.
Andrew's office, one to be admired. Whether that comes to the mahogany desk, glazed and polished and golden tipped, or the brand new telephone, or wall-to-wall filing cabinets, it was gorgeous. I had walked into an office heaven. However, while all the commodities were in near perfect condition, there was one thing off. Some of the paint was chipping off of the walls and ceiling, flaking onto the floor.
Come in, Maria.
You called for me, sir?
Yes. We would like to ask you some questions about the complaints you filed. Here with me is Detective Cal Easton. He's investigating my father's death.
Hello, Miss Simmons. Please, have a seat.
What is this all about? It was just one complaint.
I understand. Cal found a letter on my desk describing an upcoming health inspection. Why are they coming now? Our annual visit isn't until December.
Oh, I know that one. Yes, I didn't complain though. I think it was Joe.
And why did this Joe person file a report?
There was some type of problem in the kitchen. I don't remember exactly what it was, but we can go check if it would be better.
Yes, please.
Lead the way, Maria.
Mind if I look around, Andrew?
Sure, go ahead.
It was a pretty typical office kitchen. There was a fridge, a stove, the basics. The small table in the corner was covered with coffee mugs and breakfast trash. Other than that, it seemed pretty normal. That is, until I saw something on my sleeve. What is this?
Looks like paint flakes.
I saw some in the office too. Do you know what type of paint this is?
It's been so long. I'm not sure I remember. It could be lead-based.
Wasn't there a League of Nations report a few years back stating that it was dangerous? Do you think it could have poisoned my father somehow?
It's entirely possible. Maybe some dropped into your father's drinks. Did you order an autopsy for Joseph by any chance?
I think so. We haven't gotten any results yet, but they should be ready soon. My stepmother would probably want to know all about it. How about you come by tomorrow and we see what we can do?
I can do that. Sounds like a plan. Thank you both. Especially you, Miss Simmons.
You're very welcome. Glad I could help.
We finally had a possible answer to Joseph's death. But would his family accept the results? I wanted to take a look at that autopsy report, but I need Eleanor's permission to go to the coroner's office. Maybe then we will have a definite answer as to how he died. This could also lead to new developments which could change the tide of the case, for better or for worse.